Get your life back, it's real. Get your life back. Get your life back. Welcome everybody to Cheryl Howard's Get Your Life Back podcast. I am actually getting warm. I gotta open this up a little bit. How are you doing today, this evening? I am a certified life purpose coach. I'm a motivation and transformation speaker, strategist, author, so many things, pastoral counselor, minister, and I love helping people. But I help people to break through barriers and propel into their purpose, because barriers can keep you prisoner to living your life to the fullest and being all that God have created you to be. So this is what I do. And there's different type of barriers, but just to name a few, sometimes we're stuck. We feel stuck, which becomes a barrier because, like I said, it prevent us from living our best life. You become complacent and stuck. Sometimes it's due to our limited thinking, our traditional mindset, such as I got to have it all together. Like you have these things that you want to do in the world, but that barrier, that thinking says, if I don't got all my ducks aligned in a row, if I don't cross every T and dot every I, everything has to be perfect. So what you're really secretly saying is you're worrying about what other people think of you. You're worrying too much about what other people are going to say. If they see a flaw, something is wrong with that. Sometimes we call it, I'm a perfectionist, but it's really deeper than that. I believe it's deeper than that, just being a perfectionist. So, so that becomes a barrier for you when you have that type of limited thinking, knowing that everybody who's successful in something made many mistakes, have failures, but they keep going. So what happens is you don't allow yourself to dream. That's another barrier. You don't allow yourself to dream because somebody have told you or said at some point in your life that it's not reality to dream. That's not real. Get out of your head. Get your head out of the clouds. Be realistic. Come on, get it together here. Snap out of it. And then some of you are big dreamers. You're visionaries. You're always coming up with all these wonderful concepts. Oh my gosh, these ideas. You're like a forerunner. You start stuff. Sometimes the problem is you're waiting for other people to jump on board with you. That's not always going to happen. And sometimes it's just because you don't know where to start or how to start. That's why I'm here. But today I want to talk about something specific, infopreneur, and it all ties to what I just said. I want to know who in here is an infopreneur. I know it's another new word. Infopreneur. We're going to talk about that today because I may have helped somebody. This is what we're talking about in I have a Get Your Life Back Academy, and there's a new signature workshop I have called Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. And we discover all these things. We talk about all these things that we have inside of our minds, our creativity, what's in our hands, and we're not using them. And I help. It's like a group coaching program, and I help my participants kind of identify those things that are lying dormant so they can start operating in them. So we're going to talk about entrepreneur because this is some of the things that we are kind of talking about now. If you want to know more about my Purpose Passion Finder Workshop, go to bit.ly/Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. Let's talk about the signs, and I'm going to mention that again. Let's talk about the signs and symptoms of an infopreneur so you know exactly what that looks like and get an aha moment like, oh, that's me. I think that's what I am. You have tons of information in the bank of your mind. Some of you got so much information in the bank of your mind. It's just stored in there, but it's fighting to get out. I got to get out. Number 2 is you have a tendency, and all of this fit me. You have a tendency to make a message out of a lecture, or make a lecture out of a small chat or brief topic, or even a conversation. It's like you can't help it because your mind goes to different places. You think about things, so you can't just leave it alone small. So you kind of got to fight the whole stuff back. Number 3 is you find it difficult, this is me, to answer a question with a simple yes or no. I can't always do that. I'm comparing and contrasting, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to process the information and get an understanding before I answer. Some people don't like that, but that could be leading you to your purpose. Number 4 is that you feel you have a wealth of wisdom to share because you tend to think, again, deeply about the root of a thing. You want to, first of all, you seek to understand the root of things. Where does that come from? Who said that? And why? And why do I have to agree or buy into that? My mind tends to go there. So I'm like, yes, I'm definitely an influencer and an infopreneur. Number 5, you love to do research. You like to research the origin of things as well. You like to get deeper into it. But then not only that, you like to educate others about it. You love sharing information because you understand that you may help somebody with the knowledge. We're constantly learning every day of our lives. Number 6 is people often come to you for solutions. They come to you to vent, and they actually come to you for feedback. And I get that a lot. Cheryl, I like to get your feedback on this. I've been thinking about A, B, C, and D, and I want to know your thought about it. I want to know your feelings about it. I get that all the time. Number 7 is you may be the one in a group or meeting with a whole lot of insight. You have this unique perspective. You have a unique perception about things. But the problem is you stay silent. Why do you stay silent? I want you to ask yourself that. Is it because you want to avoid confrontation? Because that could be another area that you need to deal with, which can become a barrier of you communicating. You don't like confrontation because maybe something you experienced in your childhood. You don't like to get into debates, or arguments. And sometimes you may just be feeling undervalued. You feel people don't value what you think, what you have to say, what you feel about things. Maybe they don't think you have a thought because you stay quiet. And that's how people are misled sometimes. They think quiet people don't know stuff. Does that sound like you? A lot of times it's a quiet person that knows a whole lot of stuff. That quiet person is the answer. The wonderful thing about an infopreneur, see the word entrepreneur on the end? An infopreneur knows how to learn how to monetize the information, the knowledge they have, the skills, the ideas, the passion, their life experience, and even their stories. There's a lot of people who have a lot of stories to share. And they take that information from out of their head to create products, to create services, a service-based program, based on their knowledge, based on that thought they have, based on their expertise in their theory. This is how we learn about philosophers and theorists, even in psychology. It's because of a thought they had and we bought into it, or we kind of agree with it or have an understanding. So your idea, let me tell you, your idea and thought can become a book. These are the things that can be manifested from your thought and your idea. It can become a course, like my Purpose Passion Finder is an actually workshop. So that info and that idea can become a workshop to help other people. Your idea and your information can become a service, a school, a program. These are how things are created. We attend these institutions because somebody had a thought. Your idea and information can become a speaking point. You can travel around the world or locally teaching and talking about your idea, your information. It can also become a talk show. Like I consider this my little talk show. Cheryl's Get Your Life Back talk show, podcast. Your idea and information can become a movie. We see movies all the time. Somebody had a dream and a vision. Today, your thought and idea can become a YouTube series. Your thought and idea also positions you to be that consultant, because people come to you, right? An educator. I want you to think bigger. A thought leader. A life coach. There's so many different type of coaches. And even a mentor. What about creating a program based on your idea and information? What about a training series? And that's just to name a few things. I'm just trying to get you to think broader about things. So this may be one of the conclusions that you may now have clarity on. I hope even with this short little take here that I'm helping somebody to open up their mind and expand that thought, that idea. What I love about the Purpose Passion Finder workshop is that these are the things that we talk about. These are the things that are discovered when people find out what's in their hands, what they possess, their creativity. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful because it's like now the juices start flowing. Creativity is stirred up. There are other people taking the same workshop you're taking, but it's like, it's twofold. The workshop is twofold. It's like I'm coaching you along the way, giving you strategies to kind of help you dig up what you need to find out, and then you get to package it into something else. But it's also a DIY where you do the work yourself. That's what coaches do. Give you strategies, encourage you, keep you accountable, check in on you. Where are you with your goals? Give you some assignments and some work to get you going, get you on a certain path. But you become empowered because you do the work. And as you do the work, you start to get information. Revelation starts to flow because now you've opened up your mind to receive and see the bigger picture. See that God has a whole lot for you. It doesn't just start with an idea. It starts with the idea, but expands into so many other things. And you find out that you serve multiple purposes while you're here in the earth. Isn't that great? But anyway, if you want to know more about that workshop, or if you want to just sign up right now, and like I said, there's men and women in there. It is the Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. It is hosted in my academy called Get Your Life Back Academy. You can go straight to the workshop by going to the link bit.ly/Purpose Passion Finder Workshop. You can go to... No, let's leave it like that. That's easy. I kind of wanted to make it a short link so it's easy for you to click on and just go straight to the thing. But if you did go to Get Your Life Back Academy, you will see it along with some other courses in there as well that I've developed, that I'm still developing. But that is one of my signature courses, because a lot of us have that question mark still in our head. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? It's like you have an existential moment. I don't want to say crisis, even though some people do deal with that. A crisis, it becomes a crisis when, you still, even in your older age, you still feel like you don't know what your purpose is, or your passion. You don't know, something happened. It could be because of certain events that happen in your life that you got lost. You lost yourself, or you've given up on those dreams and those visions, right? And you feel like, it's too late now. I don't want you to tell yourself that. So, as a certified life purpose coach, that's one of the things I do. That's within my coaching program. Sometimes I deal with people when it comes to the mindset. There's something I have called the mindset transformation. It's like called change your mind, because your thought process becomes a barrier and it holds you back from living to the fullest. That thought, that core negative belief that it's too late. I can't do this. I don't have enough. I don't have the support I need. And what I'm trying to get you to realize is that when you start believing and open yourself up, or allowing yourself to join or connect with other people so that you be in the right room, that all of that creativity and those visions and dreams that you once had, and they still deep down inside there, they start to blossom. They start to stir up, because now you're with other people who are like-minded, and then you don't feel alone again. That's the wonderful things about support groups. That's why they're so powerful, because you're in a room with other people who feel the same, believe the same, think the same, experience a lot of similar things. And then you start to feel good and supported. And then there's accountability as well, because you want everybody wants everybody to win. So it becomes a win-win situation. That's what I'm all about. So I like to help people come to that understanding and that discovery. And then there's hope. You develop a sense of hope, new peace, a newness. And let's say it's like a revival in your spirit, like, wow, okay, now I got a new take on life. I'm ready to go with the wind, to go with what God has for me, and to be in agreement with him, to have that life and have it more abundantly. That's it. So I hope this was very helpful to somebody. You understand what an infopreneur is, what an influencer is, that you're a thought leader, that you have so much information that you may be the answer to somebody, or you may have the answers for somebody. So you may be the solution, and you can also have the solutions. Well, I hope you be blessed. Until we meet again, stay connected. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Apple Podcast and SoundCloud. I have my audio version of my podcast and the video as well on YouTube. So I want to stay connected, and I want to hear from you. And definitely leave some comments. Leave comments on YouTube. Leave comments on all of the audio podcasts. I want to hear from you. If you got questions, leave them there. Perhaps I can do another video based on the questions and commentaries that I see. I love the interaction and I love the engagement. I want to know more about you, and I want to know where you're tuning in from. I want to know where my audience is coming in from. Anyway, you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life today. Bye-bye.